Welcome back to the multi-threading internal series. In this video, we will run some code and analyze the results. Okay, let me write some code. I'm creating a main class, and in this class, I'm going to write a main method. Public void main string arguments, and let's create a variable of type runnable. This is the task we are going to execute every time, and I'm just printing the name of the thread inside this task. Thread dot current thread dot get name, and let's create a new thread t1 new thread, and pass the task to this thread, and let's start the task t1 dot start, and let's print the name of the main thread as well, so that we can analyze the results how it is running. So thread dot current thread dot get name. Okay, looks good, and let's run and we can do one thing. Okay, let's run first time and see how it's behaving. Let me start from here. Public static void main. So let me, okay, so what's happened here, right? The main thread is executing first. This is printing first, and then this method run method inside the thread is being called. So let's add some delay before printing this one. Thread dot slip 1 second, and add the type catch. Then let's now run and understand what's happening. So if you analyze here, so this main thread is creating another thread and starting that thread, and after that the first line which is executed is this system.out.println, which is run by main thread, and then the task is run, and we are seeing the printout statement from the another thread. So now let's try to, and after running two threads, main thread and the child thread, then only the process is getting exited. So what we can do is, right, if we use the daemon property of the thread, then we can make this thread an important background thread, so that the main thread exits and exits the process as well. If we set daemon true, right, now if we run the program, we will see only the main thread line is printed here, and thread 0 will not print, and the process finished with exit code 0. So what's happening here? Without daemon, the JVM process is waiting for the thread to be executed, all the threads to be executed, and then it is exiting. And if you make the threads as daemon, then the process is not waiting for all the threads to be executed. It is finishing the main thread task and exiting. Let's analyze this code by doing a dry run, and go to this notepad. Here I am pasting the code, and let me increase the size of the text here, make it 20, and so that it is visible. So let me get the pen and draw how it is being executed. So as soon as JVM process starts, it looks for the main method, right? So this is our JVM process. In this we have heap space, and when JVM sees the main method, it creates a stack and adds the main method onto it as a stack frame. And now let's start analyzing the code. This lambda function is assigned to the runnable task. For this one, JVM creates a task variable in the stack and a object of type runnable in the memory. So let me draw the heap memory little in big size, so that we can accommodate other objects as well and erase this one. So it has created this one. So this is, you can see here, this is the lambda function, but we are saying this is a class, like it's an instance in the heap space. Whenever the Java sees the lambda function assigned to runnable task, it creates a synthetic class internally, and object of that synthetic class is assigned to the task variable. And next, let's go to the next line here. Thread T1 is initialized here, so it adds the variable to the stack frame and creates an object of thread T1 and pass this object as a constructor reference of this task T1 to the thread. The task variable task is passed to the constructor parameter of the thread T1. And let's go to the next line. So for now, ignore this set daemon is equals true, and we are starting the task. So as soon as the instruction pointer hits this line, what it does, it creates a new stack inside the JVM and adds the method, this synthetic class run method to this stack frame, and it executes. And what's there in it, we are sleeping, so it goes into the sleep state and then prints out to the console. So it prints out to the console name of the thread. So here it prints thread 0. And in the last line here, we are printing the thread name from the main thread. So this is also printed. So in this scenario, thread main is printed here. So in this scenario, we can't guarantee. So if it is waiting for 1 second, we can say that this thread executes first, the main thread, then this will be printed. And if we don't add this statement, then we can't guarantee which one will be printed first. Either the thread 0 finishes first or thread main. So without daemon set true, before exiting the JVM process, JVM process makes sure that all the threads executes and complete their task. And if you set the thread as daemon, make the thread as daemon thread, then it considers it as a background process, and it will not wait for this thread to finish its task. As soon as the main thread finishes printing this one, it exits without waiting for the thread T1 to finish its task.